It's a button.
Wow. We're live.
Now I need to press
No?
this button.
Oh my
And
god.
we are live.
We are now live.
You can hear yourself probably.
Oh, I've not actually got it open.
Okay, that's okay.
So if anybody comments or anything like that, I won't be able to see it. You'll have to tell me.
Oh gosh.
I doubt anyone will. If it is, it'll be Nick. Anyway, let me get it up.
Nick, get in here.
Go
support your friend. Hey, it is Nick.
My friend. Hello, Nick.
Hi,
I
Nick.
love how I sound. I love how I sounded so enthusiastic about that.
Okay. So anyway, good evening, morning, afternoon, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Nick. Why do you say hi to yourself?
Excuse me? Who
Nick said hi? Nick said hi to himself.
Yes.
Okay, this is a great start. I hope everyone is doing well. I am interviewing someone today, as you can probably tell by the screen. I'm interviewing the only Hannah by the Woods.
Hi.
Hi.
Many of you you can't see me, but I am waving my hands like I'm jazz right now. Anyway.
So
hello.
We have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. First of all, Hannah, how are you? What have you been up to?
Good.
You are?
Yeah, not much. I was ill the past week, but I've just been in and out of uni essentially. So just doing my coursework and then coming home and then just sleeping.
If there's anything I can do, please let me know.
Oh no, don't worry about it. I mean, it was like, what was it? I think I got food poisoning, so that was fun.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine now. I saw a doctor and everything. I'm all good.
Okay. I hope it stays good. I hope it stays well.
Thank you. How are you feeling?
I'm still nervous and I feel sorry.
What are you sorry for? If I was ill, I wouldn't be doing this. I'm completely fine right now.
Okay, true. Okay, I guess that's true.
It's all good. Don't worry.
Now, as everyone can probably tell from the screen, she's an amazing artist. Look at her little profile picture. It's adorable. She made it.
Thank you.
And you also love games, don't you?
Oh my god, yeah. I spend most of my time, if I'm not doing like my course, or my uni work, it's usually gaming.
Oh my gosh, what kind of games?
Usually casual, so usually like Nintendo games most of the time. I have a Mac, so my games are limited.
Oh no.
Nick will tell you the amount of games that he messages me and goes, "Hey, can you play this?" And I go, "Nope." I'm like, "Fucking Mac!" Like, what the hell? And I'm like, "Yeah."
I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I thought. Wait. Whoa! This is totally new information for me. I didn't know.
No, Mac's just not made for gaming. Well, like games aren't made for Mac, is what I like to say. So a lot of games like I can't play them even though I really want to. But if they come out on Switch, then I usually buy them on Switch because I know even if I could play them on Mac, the FPS will be like way better on my Switch, and that's saying something when it's the Switch.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah.
Oh, it's new PC it is.
Not me looking at like gaming laptops and during like Black Friday and then not actually getting one.
Oh gosh.
I said to my mum, I was like, I want a new laptop, and she's like, why do you want a new laptop? Is yours broken? And I went, no, I want a gaming laptop. And she went, that's it. Okay.
Just go get a gaming laptop.
Just go get it.
Just do it. Just do it. Don't worry about the money. Just do it.
Oh god, broke student is like So yeah, but like I play most things on like on my Switch, which then makes it super portable, and then I just bring it to lectures, so it's all good.
You also have a very gaming kind of picture you wanted to be commemorated by.
Yeah, my Korok. My boyfriend got me that.
It's so
Uh,
cute.
the Cyan. Hi, Matt. That's my
Hi.
boyfriend. I
Hi.
can. So he bought me this Korok because I mentioned it. Essentially, I'm a huge Zelda nerd.
Mhm.
I just sort of that's my one game that I like play. Like, if there's a new iteration of it, no matter what, I will be playing it. I have a tattoo. I'm like, and I'm neck deep in Zelda lore. Like,
Oh my
the amount of
gosh.
time I've spent trying to describe to Matt the like timeline and why it's there.
So do you want to
Like,
talk about the timeline and why it's there right
oh,
now?
oh, okay, right.
Oh gosh, you don't have to.
No. It was funny. It's like
Okay.
if you've ever like ever met a Zelda fan and you're like, what's the timeline like? First off, timeline was made so that Nintendo can be like, there is a timeline. None of it fits. None of it fits. But they're like, it's all about the fact that he went into the past. So it branches off into three directions,
Mm.
which is really weird. So it starts off with like Skyward Sword being like the first quote unquote game.
Yeah.
And then it goes through until it gets to Ocarina. And Ocarina of Time, you like mess with different time elements. So there's an official timeline. I mean, I can't. The one I remember is the one that's in this book that everybody was like, "What the hell have they done? Why have they done this to
Oh
me?"
gosh.
Um, but essentially, it branches off at Ocarina of Time because there's the timeline that you win as an adult and you go and you disappear. There's the
Mhm.
timeline that you lose as an adult, and then there's the timeline that Princess Zelda sends you back to being a kid. So there's three different timelines, and each one has their own branch of video games and all this and stuff.
That's a lot.
Um, it's a lot,
Oh
and it's
boy.
just like, like some of them are really interesting. Like my friend, their favorite game is Spirit Tracks because they're like they couldn't settle on one mechanic. You drive a train, you have like this flute that you can blow into the 3DS to like play a song.
That's
Um
cute.
you can possess beings through someone else, and like
That's
you have
less
to
cute.
climb this huge tower. There's like four different mechanics for one game that they were like, yeah, you know what, we'll put this all together and it's gonna be good.
And this is why you wanted to be commemorated by a Kuruk.
Yes, and to rewind, yes, because Zelda is my passion. Um, the Korok, I love the Korok.
Oh, I love it too. It's
This
so
one,
cute.
this one in particular. This one's name's this is real nerdy shit. He's called
Mm.
Makar.
Aw,
Um,
cute.
and in Wind Waker, you have to take him around in one of these dungeons, and essentially what happens is he like if you go too far away, he will literally sprint to come to like catch up with you. But the fact is that he has, as you can see, tiny little legs.
Oh
So like his body is like violently like shaking to get towards you.
no.
And he like he's got like a little bell, so he like jingles as he comes like towards you, and it's like ah, and I'm like no. Poor,
That's actually
poor.
so cute.
He's I had to try and describe it to my boyfriend, and I was like, look at this. Look at this video of him running after everybody.
Oh my
So yeah.
gosh. Okay, now I do kind of want to see that, but I'll look that up later.
I'll send you a video later
Oh, oh, please
after
do.
this.
Please do. So did you beat the Champions Ballad DLC in Breath of the Wild?
Oh, the DLC. This is the sad thing
Oh
was
no.
that I played Breath of the Wild. I completed Breath of the Wild as much as you can, like main
Did
story,
you get
because
all the Korok seeds?
no, there's
Okay, thank
900 of
goodness.
those.
You would be very disappointed.
I saw a tweet this the other day that was like, "Who loses 900 Korok seeds?"
Me.
That's 900 of them, and they're all supposed to be in this little in like his maracas. That's the
Mm-hmm.
point. But like, who loses?
Me. I would.
He
I
he
would.
got he got mugged. There's no way around it. He got mugged.
True.
Absolutely got robbed. But no, I haven't played it because I played and did all the things that I wanted to on the Wii U, and then I got a Switch with my uncle's old Switch, and he'd like done nothing. So I was kind of just sat there like, cool. I don't really want to do this all over again. So and do DLC on top of that. So I watched other people play it.
Okay. Okay, that's good. And it said you can
So
have your own adventure.
I did my own adventure.
Okay, but not in the DLC.
Not in the DLC, no. I didn't get the really weird out of time motorbike.
That's right. There was a motorbike.
It's
I
like why?
forgot. It was so weird. It was cool
Like,
that it was
what?
a unicorn, though. It's just
But
saying.
still, it was very weird. It's like, and when you complete these things, you'll get a motorbike. And I was like, what?
But the
A
horses are so much
motorbike?
better.
Yeah, I have because I'm again huge Zelda nerd. I bought the original Link amiibo, and when you place the amiibo of Link onto like the amiibo scanner, it gives you the original horse from Ocarina of Time. It gives you
No.
Epona. Yeah. So
No.
immediately you have a horse that is like about 3 times better than normal horses and immediately listens to you.
That's so sweet. Oh my
It's so
gosh.
cute. It's so
That is
cute.
that's even sweeter than the Korok thing. To be honest,
I
I love that
I wish
horse.
I
I'm
had my.
sorry.
It's just so. It's just like the cherry on top that they like
Mm-hmm.
do those small little things in the game where it actually like works.
Perfection.
Perfection. Best game ever. Not ever. Yes, best games ever.
Well, one of the best games ever. We still
Yeah.
need the second one to come out after
Yes.
all of the waiting and waiting, and I'm being
I
disappointed
have it.
because we need to wait more.
I have it on my calendar when it comes out.
And then
I'm
being
really.
disappointed and having to wait more.
Yeah, no, don't even. I'm just like I will be so sad if it's really bad. But
Too.
I live in hope that it's gonna be. I mean, my favorite Zelda game is Skyward Sword, and that is horrendous. That's a bad Zelda game.
I mean,
But I love it because it was the first Zelda game I finished as a kid
oh, that's
without
so
like my mum's
sweet.
help. So like
Aww.
I know like all the things like where to go for certain stuff, and I'm just like, whenever I get people asking me which one's my favorite Zelda game, I'm like, Skyward Sword, and they're like, why? I'm like, because it's nice and it's cute. That's why.
So then, you just said that without your mother's help, is your mother a gamer too?
Oh yeah, she's the reason I got into Nintendo games.
Oh.
I used to watch her play Zelda on the Nintendo Cube, and my mum also used to help my dad play Doom on the TV. So she used to, with bosses that I couldn't do, she used to do them for me. So like it would be like the DS versions, and I would be like, Mom, this boss is really difficult, and she'd be like, okay, I'll help you, and she'd do it for me, and then it'd move on. And she would always be the one to finish them before me. So when we played Breath of the Wild together, we essentially had like a race to see who would like get it done first. She got it done way before I did, but I got the Master Sword before she did. So
Ooh, that's
we were
even
like,
better.
because she had already done like the Guardian bosses by the time that I'd gotten the Master Sword. But I was like, but I want to get the Master Sword because it's supposed to be like 10 times easier with the Master Sword, so I'm gonna go get it. So I did a load of shrines and then I went and got it. I was like, cool, got it, bye.
To be fair, though, with Breath of the Wild, it's kind of your own adventure, so it doesn't really matter
Yeah,
who's faster or who does what.
exactly.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, true. I also played Animal Crossing with my mum, so she was like the main force of playing like casual games, and we used to just go to each other's islands on our
Aww.
Switches and like so we'd like compare turnip prices and what things were in the store that we would want before going to each other's town. So she was like, it was so like she really didn't like invite me into video games, and then from that point I've just like kind of skyrocketed to beyond that, really.
So it's an entire
Yeah.
gamer family who loves Zelda.
Yes. So my dad less so. My dad's more of like a
Shh.
PlayStation gamer, I'd
Your
say,
dad loves Zelda
than a
too. He just
Nintendo.
doesn't want to admit it.
He doesn't want to admit it. He apparently my mum and my dad were playing God of War together. Somehow she would watch and point out what he was doing wrong. Apparently I did that as a kid as well.
Oh
I
gosh.
used to tell him what he was doing wrong in the video game.
Oh my gosh, I can relate to that so much.
I used to just say, hey, apparently as a kid he was trying to like, I don't remember what game it was, he was trying to like get past this guard, but an alien kept he kill this alien and then he'd get caught by the guard, and apparently I just looked up and went, just let the alien eat the guard and then kill the alien. He did that, and that was how he was supposed to get through it. As a kid, me being a smart ass.
Oh no.
Already.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Mean little kid.
Yes. Like, why aren't you doing this properly?
Perfectionist when it comes to games.
Puzzle solver I am. That's I am. Puzzle solving games.
Ooh, then do you like Professor Layton?
Of course. Oh my god, of course. Of
Can
course.
we be best friends? Please?
Sure.
Yay!
Professor Layton and Ace Attorney. I've played almost every
My
Ace Attorney
gosh,
game.
why are we not friends? Best friends. Let's become sisters. What the heck?
move to England. Come see where Professor Layton like runs
Yeah,
across
okay.
everything.
Okay, I'm on my
Like,
way. Oh my gosh.
like I adore those games because there's so
Me
much. Like
too. Oh my gosh.
when am I getting my Switch Professor Layton games? It's so sad.
There is one, but it's
Oh
not
yes,
Professor Layton, it's the
no,
daughter.
it's the daughter. Yeah, I
And to
played that
be
on my
honest, it
phone.
kind of sucks.
Yeah, so sad because this is the thing. She doesn't have the same sort of like caliber as it's bad, but like
Yeah.
Professor Layton like builds off the fact that Layton knows absolutely everything. You
True.
have no clue as the player what's going on, but Professor Layton is like, aha, yes, this whole city was a mechanical thing, and you're like, how?
How did he
What?
know?
Hang on, what? So yeah, and then those games kind of play off that you're like learning the same time as everyone else, which is a lot more difficult to like get right.
Mm-hmm.
I even think Ace Attorney sometimes doesn't do that right, where it's like you have to, sometimes you're like 5 steps ahead of Phoenix, right? And it's like
Yeah.
Phoenix I know what happened here. It wasn't the knife, it
To be
was like the
fair, Phoenix,
playing
Phoenix,
cards.
right? Ace Attorney is older, so
Yeah, true.
yeah.
It's also Phoenix is an absolute idiot,
Yeah,
so
that's what makes this game fun.
Mhm. It's sitting there being like he just does it on a whim and you're like how are you an attorney? How have you've made it through law school? How? How have
Well,
you done this?
it wasn't even his major. His major
No!
was art.
Literally! Like, you almost got killed by your own girlfriend, and almost framed for it, and almost framed for her killing someone else. Spoilers, anyway.
Sorry.
But sorry for spoilers.
That's
It's
okay.
not. It's like I feel like that game's been out for ages. Also, there's an
True,
anime.
true.
The anime is like top tier. So
What's your name?
it's top tier. Like, I mean, I don't watch much anime anymore, but that is one of the ones that I come back to every single time because it's so ridiculous. It's so stupid. The English, like, I
Yeah,
don't watch English dub very often either, but like the English dub of it is
I
like
I
they just put those guys in a room and just went, yeah, just go, whatever.
I died with the Japanese virgin virgin when he says, "What's your name?" I died.
Because it's like, oh my lord, it's so bad. It's so bad that it's good. But
Yes,
it's one of those
exactly.
things. It's one of those things where it's like, this is I shouldn't be watching this, but it is so good.
Oh my
So good.
gosh. Ah, we went totally off the rails.
We totally went off the rails. That's completely fine.
Ah, that's okay. That's okay. People say that that's meant to happen.
Yeah. Exactly. When you're in a conversation, it just kind of rolls on and you just build off each other and you go for it, you know?
Mm. But you are also an artist, so does your love for games correlate with art?
I mean, it's difficult because for me, I visually stunning games. I love looking at and playing.
Mm-hmm.
I could not draw or paint that in like slightest. My profile picture is from an app that I use to like because I don't get to draw very often anymore because of how heavy my degree is.
Mm-hmm.
But this little character was drawn on on like a guide me thing, and then I added little things to it, and then I was like, yeah, no, we're gonna add more to this. We're gonna just add little bits. But I was more of like a classic painter, I guess is
Mm-hmm.
what you could say. So like I used watercolors and pencil and inks a lot to do my art, and that's I did art for about 4 or 5 years in and out of education system. So like I did classes after school, and I did like in like Britain called GCSEs and A levels.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did art for about 4 years doing that, and then I kind of was like, no, I'm gonna go down. It's how much school ruins artists. Is I decided to not do art, carry it on. I started to do a STEM degree because I decided STEM was the way. So, oh, so,
To be
but
fair,
yeah,
yeah, schools really
yeah.
ruin artists
My
in their
lord,
arts.
I think my art teacher sat me down after I did some like I did like a life and death piece, which was like I bought this reptile enclosure skull from like a pet shop and I put it
Cute.
in like various different places. So I put it in like flowers or like I had these this is going somewhere. I had nuts and I put them inside the skull and squirrels would come and try and push the skull over
Oh,
to
that's
get
kind of
to the
cute.
nuts. So like I got photos of that and stuff like that. So and I did this and my art teacher was like, Hannah, your effort is an A grade, but your work is about a B or so. Like it's not really up
What?
to standard. And I was like, because I knew I was dropping it at the end of the year. I was like, cool, whatever.
Oh gosh.
and I got the A in the end of the year, so it's like, and then I dropped the subject.
I
It was like
mean,
my final moment was like, bye. Like, I
what a
think
bitch.
almost everyone in my class got A's apart from like one person who got a C. So no one even got like the.
No.
So like we all were like bye.
Oh, that's so
apart from
sad.
like the select few who are like who wanted to go on to university to do art, they stayed on. But I did at A level. I did maths, physics, chemistry, and art. So the art was kind of the odd one out, and they recommended that after my first year at A level, you need to drop one. So you need to stop doing one, otherwise it just becomes too much. And I was like, sure, I want to go into physics. I'll drop art, I guess, and I can carry it on in my spare time if I really want to. So that's what happened.
Aw. But then, what exactly are you doing now?
I do astrophysics with cosmology at Lancaster University. Full time. So it's a lot.
My
It's
goodness.
essentially it's a physics degree with space added on. So like it's the best part of physics with the rest of physics.
So,
So
wait.
hmm.
Oh gosh. Now my brain is going. I only
Okay,
have
ask
half a
away. Go
brain
for it.
cell, so don't worry.
Go for it.
So,
Uh,
so space and physics? Huh?
mhm.
Ho-
Mhm.
okay, I'm so sorry. I am not smart.
It's okay.
How do they go together? I
Okay,
just
so um astrophysics is like the combination of the physics and space sort of thing.
Oh.
So like when you look at it's essentially like how do over time how are stars formed, galaxies, that sort of and then it goes cosmology is like the evolution of our universe, like, and how it's continuously expanding and evolving. So it's those sort of things. um it's interesting. It's cool. Sometimes it's difficult. I'm not gonna lie. It's sometimes you sit there looking at an equation and you go, "How on earth?
Well,
What
not
am I?"
on Earth, in
Because
space.
they give us these questions, and I look at them sometimes and I go, "Hmm, what?" And then I message my friends and I'm like, anyone else understanding what this is asking for? Like, it's always one person who knows what's going on.
My gosh, I love
So
it.
so right now I have 3 modules going right now. So
Mhm.
I'm a little less busy than I was last year. Last year I had about 4 or 5 going, which
Mhm.
was fun. So I have solid state, which is about materials and crystals and whatnot and their sort of properties. I have space and auroral, which is about like aurora and how they're produced. And then
Ah.
I have my group project, which is about it's moon planet interactions. So it's a little bit it's weird. It's a weird one because I have to they essentially go, here's the topic, go find something interesting about the topic, do a group project about it. And we're all sat there like, what? please, please, can we have some guidance, please? Some sort of guidance. Anything would be nice. So essentially, we've chosen a moon that orbits Jupiter called Ganymede. And
Whoa.
Ganymede is interesting because it's large enough that it has its own magnetic field, which means that when it interacts with Jupiter's magnetic field and solar wind, it produces aurora, which then which then causes interesting things to happen on the surface of the moon. So we're essentially trying to look at it and go, okay, where is this bike leading to. Also, I've seen something. Am I allowed to roast Nick for a second?
Of course, always.
Nick, your mum's large enough to have its own magnetic field. Anyway, okay. This is
Gosh.
it was so funny. I have stream up so I can see the chat, and I can see he said I am also big enough to have my own magnetic field. So yes, don't steal my joke. I stole it.
Yay.
But yeah, it's like, and then you have to find out like the different like science behind it all and how you can apply it and like what your predictions are compared to the actual data. So it's it's a lot sometimes.
Gosh.
But downtime is also important. So I play video
games. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm pretty amazed right now. I absolutely love space, so can we just talk about space from now on?
I mean, I'm down. What do you want to know?
Is Pluto a planet?
I could try and help. No.
Oh.
I'm really sorry. Any Pluto lovers. Pluto is its own classification. It's the reason why dwarf planets exist.
Oh my gosh, that makes Pluto even more special.
It makes Pluto way more special.
Oh my gosh!
It is. This is what people don't realize. Is like, yes, it lost its status as a planet, but it is the reason why dwarf planets now exist.
Oh
why we now
gosh!
classify dwarf planets as they are.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. That makes me so happy. I love Pluto. It's just one of my favorite things in the entire world. So.
Well, Pluto is very interesting. Like, it's got very. It's small, yes, but it's the reason why it's not a planet isn't due to its size. It's due to its orbit. So its orbit crosses with I think it's Uranus's, so it just crosses it, or for everybody, Uranus. Anyway, it crosses. Thank you. It crosses its orbit, which means that it's not cleared its own orbit, so it's not classified as a planet due to that. It's small compared to the other planets, yes, but like the inner planets are also very small. So in planet scales, like when you say small in like terms of the universe, it's really difficult to like visualize how small in quotation things are, because it's not that small in actual like when you actually think about it, but it's small in comparison to everything else.
True. Okay, so how is a star made?
It's essentially it's a large amount of gas and elements that fall under their own gravity. So they essentially come together and they start. So it's usually hydrogen that usually fuses together so that it becomes helium. And from that, it expels a large amount of energy. And the reason why this energy isn't hugely expelled out is because the gravity of the huge mass of a star keeps it together. So you get this continuous energy spout coming out that essentially is like the star, and the star is So the star is under a large amount of pressure due to the gravity, and that everything in the universe. I sent Matt a video. Like space name all stars. Oh, I wouldn't be able to
that one
help
is Bob.
you.
I will call this one Anthony. This is Nathan.
There is a star. So do you know the constellation Orion's Belt?
Yeah, of course, it's one of my favorites.
It's my favorite constellation. It's got my favorite star in it.
Oh my
so
gosh.
It's got a star called Betelgeuse. It is actually called Betelgeuse.
Really?
Yeah, so if you look into the night sky and you see Orion's belt, you can spot that one of the stars just off the just above the belt, which
Mhm.
it's still in the constellation, is slightly red. That's Betelgeuse.
Oh my
Betelgeuse
gosh.
is like one of the brightest stars that we can see. It's sadly slowly dying, but its its hydrogen core has depleted all of its hydrogen, and now it's trying to fuse helium together, which causes the sun to it causes the star to expand and become
Mhm.
a red color, and in the process cool down a little bit slower. So it's starting to cool down, but it's like a bright red star in the sky, and you can see it very clearly that it's red. It's a cool, interesting star. It's one of my favorites because it's one of the first that I've ever been actually like able to spot in the night sky and go, that's this one.
Oh my
I couldn't do
gosh.
it for any other one. Like my friend, she does like actual astrophotography stuff. She's like, this is M74 or something, and it's like a galaxy, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. It looks pretty though. But that's the one that I can spot in the sky. You can spot it all, no matter where you are on Earth, no matter what like season it is, what month it is. It's always in the sky.
So now I have another question, but it might be a really weird question. Um,
No, go for it. No
if you
weird questions.
swallow or breathe in a star, will your voice go all pitched high because of helium?
Because of helium. Oh my lord! If you were able to swallow a star, I bet you would. You would you would be really, really, really warm. Really, really warm, obviously, because
Yay!
of
I'll
the
be extra
large amount of heat.
huggable.
Exactly. But like stars, it depends on the mass of the star. So this is it. This is the interesting thing about stars.
Mhm.
If you could, like, stars form due to like huge amounts of mass coming together.
Mhm.
If a mass is large enough, it will, at the end of a star's lifetime, will collapse in on itself, which will cause a black hole. Now, a black hole isn't technically a heavy object. It's not the point of a black hole. A black hole is an extremely dense object. So the mass is completely compressed into like one point. So you could technically have a black hole that was the size of your fingernail.
So
Because it's not about it's about the mass concentrated in one area.
so you could actually hold a black hole? Wait, what?
Oh, no way would you be able to, well, what you probably think about black holes is slightly different to what is actually known about them. So it's I feel like I'm such a nerd right now.
No,
But
please continue. My
so
I love it.
so black holes are so dense that they not even light can escape. So that's the point, is that once you're in the black hole you cannot escape, and time sort of like uh, supposedly time sort of doesn't really exist. So obviously we've never gone to a black hole, but we have got photos of it, so we can sort of see what's going on, and you can see like if you ever look at those images that they took of, there's two of them. There's one of the galaxy, I think it's maybe the Andromeda galaxy. They got a photo, and then they had the black hole that's at the center of our galaxy. So those two show sort of what we were thinking would happen. And a black hole has an event horizon. So it has this disk almost around, like this circumference, I guess, of like a circle around the black hole, which is light. And this event horizon, if something is to cross the event horizon, that's when things get sucked into a black hole. That's when things like nothing can come out. If you hit that event horizon at a really weird angle, you'll like shoot off in the other direction. There's momentum and stuff like that. So it's a weird, interesting like thought like concept. A black hole, we don't really know much about them. We have a great photo of them. Yeah, my astrophysics teacher got really funny once because she was like, I had family members messaging me like, "Why is the black hole image so blurry?" She's like, "Please realize how far away this is. Like,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
this isn't just like next door. We can't just take a photo and it just be
Of course.
like you know, here it is. It's like, why is it so blurry? Because it's
Because
probably it's like a grain of sand that's like in Africa. Like, you're not like gonna see it, are you? Like, it's not, and even if you do, it's gonna be a very, very blurry image of said grain of sand.
so
So it's really interesting.
my gosh, now I have another question.
Hit me. Let's go.
Okay, if the sun became a black hole, would we all be doomed?
Oh, that's great. That's an amazing question. That's such a good question. No, because I actually have an answer to this.
Yay!
Yes, but not the reason that you're thinking. We would just freeze to death. Everything. If we had a black hole that is the same mass as the sun, we would continue to orbit it completely the same.
Oh, whoa,
We
really?
just nothing would change because we don't cross that event horizon. So like we wouldn't be within the event horizon of that black hole. So we would just continue to orbit it as if it's this hugely dense star. But we would be doomed because we'd
course.
have no like sunlight
warmth.
or you would die because of that. Not because you would fall into the black hole because you're not close enough. It's such a good question. Such a good question.
My goodness. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I'm sorry, I'm loving it.
No, it's good. Like,
but what made you love space to do this, to get here?
this is also a great story.
Okay.
It'll be a little. So my dad. This
Mhm.
is again. It's such a weird like out there sort of thing. My dad works at a cinema. He's a cinema manager, so I get to go to the cinema for free.
Uh-huh.
That's the baseline of this. I don't know if you know the movie Chicken Little.
Of course.
Right. As a kid, I was terrified of that movie
Oh.
because, and this made me not want to go to the cinema for a long time. So, because Chicken Little was getting bullied, I didn't like the film, and I didn't want to go see any film ever because of this film. And then, obviously, this is like devastating to my dad because I'm like a 3-year-old kid. The way to get a kid to like maybe shut up for like 2 hours or so is to put them in a film. Like, can you put them in a film? I just flat out refused to go. So I was terrified of going. But once I saw this Wally toy. Like this really cute Wally like toy that would like move around and do different things.
My
And I
gosh.
wanted this toy so bad. And my parents thought this is a great opportunity. And they went, "You can have the toy, but you have to see the film."
Of course, you have to see
So,
Wally.
so we went and saw Wally, obviously absolutely sobbed crying because it's such
course.
an emotional story. Got back into cinema because it, and then got a Wally toy. Moral of the story is that then led to me getting a load of Wally stuff, which meant I got like a solar system. I remember it very clearly next to my bed, a solar system poster. That was a Wally like solar system poster, and like from that point on, I've been really interested in like space. I got a telescope, had no clue how to use the telescope, but like kind of looked through and I was like, "There's the sun." So like, and there's the moon, that sort of thing. Oh, I did.
Gosh.
I don't know if Matt's still here, but me and him did this volunteering with these little kids. They're really young. They were like 6, 7 years old. We were doing about light and like different kinds of light and stuff. And we were asking them. He said, "Yes." He said, Do you remember the kid that I absolutely destroyed the hopes and dreams of
Oh no.
when I told him that the moon doesn't produce its own light?" that it's a reflection of the
Oh,
sunlight.
that's kind of sad.
His face, his face just completely dropped, and I don't think I've ever had to sit like stand there in front of like a class of like 20 kids that are all 7 and go, yeah, you know the moon, it's not actually like its own source of light. That's why you can see it during the day. I'm like, oh my god. Like destroying these kids' minds in the most innocent fashion, but he looked at me with such disappointment.
Oh, the poor kid.
Just such like, what do you mean it's not? And I'm like, oh no. What have I done?
Well, you've done
So
something
funny.
else too. First of all, let's get married because you love Wally.
Mhm.
Second of all, so rocks usually aren't reflective of light that much, I think, right? So how is the moon reflect?
Oh
My gosh.
gosh.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
No. It's actually a really good question because I don't know the answer to that.
Oh.
I wouldn't know the answer to that. I want to look. I'm gonna look this up.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm asking really good questions today, guys. Not even
You
about her, but
are.
about space. Oh my
This,
gosh.
but
That's
like,
not the point of the interview. Oh my gosh. Whenever I
light
talk about
reflects off.
space, I get wrapped up in it. I'm sorry.
No. I'm just like it's due to the fact that like there's old volcanoes and craters on the moon, which means that its surface isn't like it used to be molten rock, which means that its surface is slightly different to like just like a plain old rock you would see.
Oh.
So it reflects off it. It's like I'm like, what?
That's kind of
Wow,
cool.
that's really cool.
Yeah. Oh my
I wish I was
gosh.
doing it.
Well, now
Yeah.
you know. You can tell
Now
your
you
teachers
know.
about this.
They have to go up to my lecturer and go, "Hey, did you know this?" So you say this, but like, my friend, I have a friend called Evie, and Evie is the most chaotic person I've ever met. She's lovely. She's like she's one of the smartest people I've ever met. Most chaotic as well. So essentially, first you gotta know is the universe is in a flat coordinate system. It's a flat coordinate system, which means it's not flat. It's just how we measure things. It's slightly like
So the Earth
it's
also
weird.
isn't flat. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
By the way, that's a joke.
she asked a cosmologist. She literally actually asked one of our lecturers and went, you know, because the universe is flat. Why does that mean that our Earth isn't flat? Like, does that mean our Earth is flat? And he was like, no.
What?
Why did you send that to him? Like, obviously. And she's like, I wanted to know what he thought. And I was like, the hell? He answered, he gave a really good scientific answer, which was, no, it's not flat because we live in a 3D plane on the Earth. So, like, that's how it works. And she's like, that's really interesting. Thanks.
Wait, so okay, does she actually believe that the Earth is
No.
flat? Or
Oh, God,
okay,
no.
okay.
No.
I was like,
She just
wait a
asked.
sec.
She asked the question because she could. So,
Okay.
like, you know, it's all good. Don't worry.
So why is the Earth flat? I'm kidding.
Ah!
No, I'm kidding.
Well,
I'm kidding.
it's all an illusion, guys.
Reality is
False
an illusion.
information.
Bye, gold. Bye.
Bye. It's not real.
Nothing's real. Just. This is all a dream, guys. An
Yeah.
hallucination.
It's all a simulation.
Yep.
Ah,
We're all holograms.
existential crisis mode.
Oh no. We're all holograms. I have a lot of questions about you, though.
Hmm.
Do you have a good poker face?
No.
Oh.
It depends on the situation, I guess. If you were to act like, if I had to like, yeah, it does depend on the situation. If something is to happen you can see on my face if there's like genuine concern or like worry or something like that. I'm a
Mm.
very like, perceptive kind of like that. Um, my poker face does happen when I have to like talk to. So I have a role in the department where I have to essentially tell the department why they're being rubbish and stupid and tell them to fix it.
Aw.
So I have to sort of sit there with like higher ups and be like, yeah, students don't think this is good. We need to change this. And like sometimes you have to sit there and try and not laugh when some of them like say some of the lecturers say some ridiculous stuff. So once I was accidentally caught up in an argument between two lecturers, to which one of them called the other one old, and then it just kind of spiraled. It was like, so
Aw.
it depends on that sort of situation. Usually, no, but depending on the situation, yes.
What if you were playing a very expensive, excessive? My gosh, I cannot use words. Very exciting. Card game.
Oh, yeah, sure,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Because Matt and I play Magic the Gathering.
Hmm.
Um, and I mean, you won't see me get expressive about it until something really. I see. You're in the chat. Don't think I don't see you. Okay. So essentially, I'm very good at playing the table. I guess it's called the politics route. Is what it's kind of called. So I'm very good at assessing the situation around me, which
Hmm.
means that if someone is going to say, I don't know, is going to attack me, I will give them a reason not to. I'll be like, I'll say, so today we played some Magic the Gathering. Um, I was trying to play it cool. I didn't want Matt can hear this now. Essentially, they were going to deal a lot of damage to me, and I was like, "You do that, I don't care. It's fine." So me trying to like deter them from doing it, so that they would see that it wouldn't be beneficial. It ruined my whole game plan. It absolutely ruined the whole thing. But I couldn't let them see that because if they saw that actually me taking this about a huge amount of damage would be really bad for me,
Hmm.
I it would just make them want to do it more. And sometimes I sit there and I'm like, if you attack me, I'll give you this deal. This is a deal that I will do. So yes, card games. I'm a monster. That's what I've been
Gosh.
called.
Oh gosh. Well,
I
now
just
they know the strat though.
yeah. Well, no, because I do change. This is the thing. I I read people very well. Trauma makes me emotionally intelligent. Anyway,
Are you okay?
um, yeah, no, I'm fine. It
Okay.
just I can read the room, so I
Okay.
can read people and understand how they're feeling and
How
like
are you doing
what.
that? Teach me.
I look at someone and go, "You okay?" I- Which doesn't help when certain people have like resting bitch faces, and I'm like,
Ah,
"What?"
like me.
I'm like, "Are you okay?" And they're like, "Yeah, I'm fine." You just look like you're not happy. And then this is usually Matt, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I'm
Oh gosh.
like, cool. But I can essentially be like, if you attack this person, they're not going to block, or they're not going to stop the damage because they don't have anything available to them, or something like that. So I'm good at assessing the situation in real life and games, I guess. So yes, poker face in those sort of games, I guess.
Also, sorry. Nick, you know it
Okay.
doesn't work like that, right?
What doesn't work like that?
Well, during the day it's actually also dark, but because of the sun you cannot see it.
Oh, you can sometimes.
Really?
Depends on what time of day. Yeah.
Yeah, true. But that's not what I'm. Yeah. You
No,
know what,
but
Nick?
yeah, it isn't. It isn't easy.
You do you.
You be you. It's all good.
It's all fine. So you would also be good at poker. You're not always right, Nick, but good enough. So you have video games, you have space, you have art, you have card games. Do you have
Mhm.
anything else that you like to spend your free time doing?
Oh. I guess baking. I like cooking.
Ooh.
So I love cooking. I find cooking to be something that doesn't, maybe not relaxes me, but like I like to cook things that I know, and I like to try new things. So I mean, I didn't cook today because I really couldn't be bothered. So like sometimes some days I'm like, you know what, not today, that's fine. But like other days I'll make I've got an air fryer. I'm one of those people.
Oh yes.
I'm that
Yeah.
person. If you ask me about my air fryer, I'm gonna be like, there's 1,000 different recipes that are amazing in my air fryer.
Would an air
You
fryer
should get
work
an
in
air
space?
fryer. If it was plugged in, if it had an
Okay,
energy source,
good to
sure.
know.
I mean,
I know what I'm
this
bringing
is
to space.
I love. I'm just about to go on another space rant. Space isn't like a vacuum. It's not like just like no particles whatsoever.
Hmm.
There are particles in space. Things do exist in space. You know, where you wouldn't get. You know, the higher density elements and stuff like that come from stars exploding, which is then like them distributing their elements around the universe. And there's huge clouds of what dust essentially that we see, and that it's not a perfect vacuum, sadly. Which then everybody thinks it's like this particleless like environment, but it has many particles that are usually high in energy. There is sound in space. Yeah, there
So
is sound in space.
people can hear you scream in space.
Not for very long or very far, but yeah,
Oh.
they essentially would be able to hear you scream
No, I have a
if.
yeah.
Go on.
No, if you were saying if.
If they were super close,
Okay.
like if they were super close to you, like I'm saying like right next to you, like they have to be like shoulder to shoulder, I guess.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's
So,
not, yeah, it's not huge.
uh, I might have another question about black holes.
Go on,
Um,
hit me, let's go.
I don't want to hit you. I don't want to hurt you.
No, you know what I mean. Let's go. Give me another question. Let's
Okay.
go.
So, a black hole, can it
Yeah.
grow and suck in more things? Or is this just the movies?
It can suck things in, but we don't really know what happens to those sort of things. Whether or not it grows, I don't think they do grow. Or if they do grow, we've not observed them growing yet.
Okay.
So because they're more of a density in point, like a point in time density sort of thing, it's not like the mass is more concentrated on that one point than it is like anything else. So yeah, I
So,
guess. Yeah.
another
Sure
question
thing.
that might be fiction and might not be fiction. Also,
Mm.
that black holes cannot grow is a big relief to me.
It's okay.
It really is, to be honest.
It's okay.
Wormholes, are those fiction?
Oh gosh. Um. Uh.
Also, hi, Colin.
Definition of wormhole. It. There's something in. So we're going from like huge, like black hole to absolutely tiny, which is like particles. So you can get particles. We cannot predict where particles are. So we cannot be like a particle will be here at this moment in time. We have to say the probability of it, and sometimes particles can go through walls, and they can go through things like they go through wells and stuff like that. I guess that's kind of what you're talking about, but I wouldn't. It's sadly quantum, which I am not. I'm on a complete different scale,
Oh.
but I can tell you, wormholes are definitely not like I don't like in the concept of like movies. Those aren't possible
Okay.
because there's no way of being able to do that. Same as like teleportation and that sort of thing. Not Star Trek. We can't beam each other up to things. Sadly, it would be so convenient. You wouldn't have to get up at 6 a.m. to get the bus. My God.
I mean, I'd rather fly.
Oh,
So
I'm
when are we
afraid of
going to
heights.
space together? Oh no!
I'm terrified of heights.
So we're not going to space together.
I can help you get up to space. There you go. You can go to space. I'll make sure it's
Oh
safe.
yes, please! Oh my gosh, yes!
I
don't care if I'm
terrified of
100
heights.
years old. I want to go to space so badly.
We'll go on whoever's space mission is going wherever.
Okay.
Just close my eyes.
Okay. We're going with Markiplier.
We'll go with Markiplier. Don't even.
Yes.
Oh my God! If we go with Markiplier, I think I'd faint before we even got on the plane, or anything like that. You met Markiplier. Sorry,
I met Markiplier.
Interview has changed. I am now. What was he like? Sorry, 12-year-old me, absolutely like.
Wait, so have you seen In Space with Markiplier?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I haven't watched. You see, I dipped in and out of Markiplier's when I essentially left watching Markiplier when he actually started to become really popular from Five Nights at Freddy's sort of thing. So I dipped then, and obviously man is like a fucking oh my God. my he is my free pass, as you would.
Oh my gosh.
Free pass is in quotation marks because, to my knowledge, Matt would be completely fine with it. So there we are.
So yeah, I met Mark on his.
This is on the internet forever. No way! Oh, that's amazing!
So,
that's so cool!
That's so cool! Really, really nice, to be actually honest with you.
He seems really I watched his thing with Anthony Padilla, and he's really he's really insightful about life.
Yeah, he is.
Holy shit! Sorry,
he's also really chill. Of course.
Yeah. He's so chill, and he's so when he said when Kirkazat told me that I would at 18 I'd spent 80% of my life with my parents. It's the most comforting thing ever, and I was like, oh my God, Mark!
I know, right?
Oh my God,
it's so sweet.
I'm like, wow. So yeah, he. And I tell you, I tried to set up an OnlyFans because Markiplier was on there. That was the only reason I knew about it was because Nick told me.
Thank you, Nick.
And then by the end of the day, Nick messaged me being like, have you set one up yet? And I was like, I tried to, but he crashed the website.
Gosh, that's true. I forgot about that.
He crashed. He crashed the OnlyFans website. So
well done, Mark.
I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of Mark. He crashed the website. But yeah, it's kind of Markiplier is I was that kid in when I was 12-year-old, watching all the Minecraft YouTubers.
Oh gosh.
Holy shit. I was that kid who used to sit in the corner reading manga. I used to read Death Note in the corner.
That's me in the corner.
essentially, and everyone would be like, "Why are you reading the book backwards?" And I'd be like, "That's how it's supposed to be
It's not
read." Oh my god,
backwards. Duh.
it's it's art. Shut up. That sort of thing. I'm like, oh man. So yeah, I was like, I watched the first season of Attack on Titan when it came out,
Oh my gosh.
and then I stopped watching it.
Aw,
So
me too, to be honest.
I mean,
Nick has
I
been
stopped
trying to
watching.
get me to watch more of it.
Same. I mean, I know what happens, and this is my issue is that I follow like a load of these like manga and like artists and like Instagram like accounts. So they always post when there's like new episodes and they posted like when like the final
Spoilers.
manga
You
edition came
spoiled
out.
yourself.
I spoiled myself, so I know what happens. But the other night, Matt has only watched like the first few episodes of the first season, so I sat there. I sat there as I told the whole story
You spoiled it for him,
of Attack on Titan,
girl.
and we watched them go to the basement, and we watched them do all this different stuff.
Oh
And
no.
I was like, oh my god.
Also, hi,
I was
Reaper.
like, look at this. I was like, look at this. So yeah. I already knew some spoilers. You didn't know some of the other ones that I was like, here's this. This is what happens. I can't Nick, can't wait for the final season. I can't wait for the final season to be another final season. I can't wait for them to like do
I
50
know,
movies
right? Oh my
to the end of
gosh.
time. I'm gonna milk this thing until dry until we can get no more money out of
Like
anybody for
Star
it.
Wars and Avatar and all that stuff.
Oh, you're gonna. I have only watched the the original series of Star Wars. I have
Okay, good,
also.
good.
Well, that was only because Matt made me watch them,
Oh,
and well, not made me. I was like, let's do a marathon because I've
okay,
never watched them. I've watched Star Trek though, so it's very strange that I didn't get into Star Wars, and I've never watched Avatar.
okay. That's okay. Have you at least watched Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No.
We cannot be friends anymore. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
Oh my god!
You have everything but Avatar: The Last Airbender. How dare you?
This has been a point of contention in mine and Nick's friendship for the past
Oh,
like 3 years.
I mean, it right now with us, it is as well.
No, I will watch it. I will watch it
It's
one
okay.
day.
We can watch it together.
Sure. Genuinely, I'll watch it. It's just like every. I watch YouTube. I don't watch shows.
You're gonna
That's
have
my
to
only.
watch this one.
Like, I watched one episode of Spy X Family. I love that. It was great. I was like, I should watch the next episode. That it's been like 2-3 months. I know the whole series is out. Like, I know it's done. Like,
You also know there's a sequel.
yes, there is a sequel.
Okay, okay. You gotta start with
Oh
the Airbender though.
no!
You'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll get you through
How did?
this.
Wait,
Hmm?
I'm just realizing Matt didn't know that I've never watched it. I told you this on like our first date.
He was not paying attention. Ooh. Oh boy.
You did? Yes. I mean, I remember more about our first date than most. I remember a lot of details of things than
Does this mean
than
that we got a
most.
bit drunk?
Huh? No.
No,
Oh God, no.
I'm not saying anything.
No, no, no.
Next
No.
question.
Our first date was we went to this the coffee shop. Well,
Aw.
we went to this like a coffee chain.
Starbucks?
Matt Costa.
Costa? Never
It's
heard
like
of
it's like Starbucks but worse.
Oh.
We got iced cappuccinos.
Oh
They were
gosh.
the worst things I think
Oh.
we've ever drank.
Oh gosh.
Matt used to be a barista, so like, we, but he toughed it out because it was our first day, and then we went for a walk, and we kind of sat on a bench, and we like talked for about.
Aw.
We took for a long time, and we just watched people playing football, and it was so long. It was the best first day I've ever had, obviously,
Aw.
and then the next day we were both. I can say this: we were both idiots, and
Uh-oh.
we didn't wear any sun cream, so we both got
No.
sunburnt all my hell, my arms, and because we'd been sat in like one position for a long time, only like half of my arm was like burnt.
Oh
Like,
no. That's worse.
it was so bad. It was like such a bad like afterwards. It was such bad sunburn, but like I just wanted to keep seeing him. I thought it was. I was like, this is great. This is going really
Oh,
well. Like, and then the rest is history.
that's so sweet. Oh my gosh, that's so
So,
sweet. So,
yee.
how long have you guys been together? And when is the wedding?
Oh my god, it's been when it was May last year.
Oh,
So what? We're coming up to. I mean, it's the
first year
second.
anniversary almost there.
Yeah, so about what 9 months,
Oh
nine,
gosh, that's so
10 months.
sweet.
Yeah, May. Yeah, yeah. It's really cute.
Can I
Like
affiliate for you guys' wedding?
yes, sure.
Yes.
If we get married, we're close to exam season. We met during like near exam season, so we
Ooh,
essentially went through the most stressful part of
that's gonna
like
be a stressful
university
anniversary.
life. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine because he won't have exams. I will, but like I'll
Okay,
have less than him, so should be fine. But
so
yeah.
keep
Sorry,
going.
go on. No, I don't have anything else to say.
Excuse you, you're the guest. You can speak.
I don't have anything else to say.
Oh, okay, well then. So we're back on the school topic right now.
Right.
After
Yeah.
school, what's the plan? What's the future gonna
Uh,
be?
teaching.
Teaching. Are you gonna teach me
Yeah.
about space?
I mean, I hope to teach. Yeah, I mean, I can if you want.
Yay!
I want to teach high school. So that's essentially 12 to 18,
Mm-hmm.
that age range. So like it's kids who I don't have to like baby talk
Yeah.
essentially,
Yeah.
but I'm not like it's not kids who would want to. So I want to teach them physics. It's not kids who might not want to be there. So like it's a tough job,
Mm-hmm.
but I've done internships where I've taught kids or I've sat in the back of classes. I did a month in a high school last year. So and I got
Oh.
paid for it. Yeah. Got paid and I had to write like a report about it. I had to do a presentation. I did a presentation about space, like different planets and solar systems and how stars are formed and all these different things. I even did like a demonstration of how big our universe, like our solar system is, with a toilet
Oh.
paper roll.
Whoa.
So like essentially every sheet of toilet paper was one astronomical unit. And one astronomical unit is the distance between Earth and the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, so Earth is one astronomical unit, and then like I said, Pluto is I don't know how many astronomical units actually. I'd have to look that up, but I don't remember exactly. So I essentially got these kids down the hallway unwinding this toilet roll so that they could like try and understand the concept of how large the solar system was.
Oh gosh.
And then I did a presentation about university life
Mm-hmm.
where I had a bunch of kids ask me, yes, you do physics and STEM and all this stuff, but what else do you do when you're at university? And I'm like, I play video games.
Yeah.
And they were
Me
like,
too.
what? And I was like, I'm part of the Gaming and Esports Society. I play video games. And they're like, when do you do that? And I'm like, every Tuesday. If not more. Like, I hold Mario Kart tournaments. Like, that's my role in the
Shameless
society.
plug. Let's go.
I'm like, shameless plug is the Lancaster University Gaming and Esports, also known as Luges.
We have a link. I can put it in the chat for you.
Let me see if I. Oh my god! Let me see if I can find the Instagram. I should be able to find it. I'll find it on my phone. But so yeah, I run a lot of the events for this society.
A lot. My goodness.
Yeah, I do too much. In my opinion, I do too much. But then I'm like, I don't want to stop doing things. I find things so much fun.
Okay,
I get to complain. I get to complain to people as well, so it's fun.
Ooh, about what?
About university or different like people on the exec, because I'm technically treasurer. I'm treasurer to a society that doesn't have access to its bank account, so that's fun.
Doesn't sound fun, but sure.
That's my number one like priority, is getting the bank account back.
Okay.
It's been 3 years, I think, right now, and no one has gotten close. I think I'm the closest to that anyone has gotten to getting the bank account. So like, pressure on, but I am like one step away from getting it back. So fingers are crossed. Thank you.
I have another dumb question about space.
Okay. More space.
It's a really dumb question. But what's the difference between a galaxy and
there's
a solar
no dumb
system?
questions. Okay, so solar system is essentially, the solar system is what we live in right now. That's what we are.
Milky Way.
So the solar system is just it's all of our planets orbiting around the sun.
Oh.
So that is the solar system.
Makes so much sense.
So the galaxies are our solar system orbiting around a black hole, which we're one of millions upon billions of stars and other systems in one galaxy, which is then part of itself billions of galaxies in our universe.
Hang on, whoa. Few steps back. What?
Yeah, so essentially we're like on like not the outskirts, but like we're close to like the outer part of a spiral galaxy, which is a kind of shape of galaxy that you can find. You can find spirals, ellipticals, like circular, like essentially it's just like, so yeah, you got to think of the the scale range of, we orbit around the sun.
Yeah.
The sun orbits around a black hole, which is surrounded by other stars that are either which are bigger, same size, or smaller than our sun, which also may have their own planets, which may also have like their own like solar systems per se, which then, and they all orbit this one black hole in the middle of it.
No wonder I always feel dizzy.
You're continuously rotating. This is the thing. This is weird. I watched some weird videos, but there was this video that said, if you were to say if you had a genie and you asked the genie to stop Earth from moving, like stop it moving, we would stop, and then we would never see the sun again, because the sun and the solar system are also moving around the galaxy, which then would like, we would be in so much trouble.
Oh gosh.
Like, not only would like we'd stop rotating, which again brings bad day-night cycles, but then we wouldn't have seasons. You essentially would like lose all our gravity and like our space, like our situation in the in the galaxy would change. So we would be pulled in by other stars and other planets with bigger gravity. So yeah, they have a higher gravitational pull. So things like that would happen. But yeah, like you know what a light year is?
The speed light travels within a year?
Right. It's the distance light
Oh
travels in
yeah,
a
the
year.
distance.
So this is the thing; they always use it as like a speed sort of thing or like a
Mm.
time sort of thing. But essentially it's a distance length. And how I'm gonna try and see if I can how large is the Milky Way in light years? It's about about 100,000 light years.
Wow.
So it isn't like a cross, and they say that they think it contains to about 4 billion stars. So
Wow.
each one of those stars might have it might have like planets orbiting it. We don't know this. We don't know that. But yes,
Whoa.
like it's really difficult to comprehend how big the universe is. Our brains can't really comprehend it as a concept.
Oh, I
But
love
like
it.
it is extremely interesting. Also, all of this nothingness, this is the thing. The nothingness is expanding.
Huh?
So the universe is expanding,
It's
and we
getting bigger?
don't. It's getting bigger, and we don't know why. Everything is going away from us, which we also don't really understand why it's doing this.
So there's an edge.
So this is the thing. We don't know. There should maybe there is, maybe there isn't. We can only see so far. So we can only really see in our bubble, which is our observable universe. Which blow your mind for a second. In our observable universe, energy is not conserved.
Huh?
In the universe, yes. But in our observable universe, only what we can see right now, and like when I say observe, I also mean like radio waves or like those sort of things. We can only see that, and that is not conserved because there is a wider thing beyond this huge, vast universe that we already know of.
My god.
It's absolutely mind-boggling.
Love it.
And
Gosh.
that's cosmology. So cosmology. I don't. I'm not a cosmologist. I'm not very good with cosmology. It's a weird concepts that don't really have resolution to them. So there's there's no answer, which is fine. But my cosmology teacher was like, any constant that you can think of in the grand scheme of the universe equals 1. Speed of light equals 1. Everything, he's like, in this little pocket of space that's in between my hands, everything equals 1. And I'm like, eh?
That's
What?
confusing.
What the hell? Like, this was my first lecture with him, and I was like, oh my god, this is too early in the morning for me to be talking about this. Like,
Yes. Oh my
it
gosh, I
all
get that.
equals 1. Cool. Oh, what? He's like, yeah, so if you're doing a problem, just remember the gravitational constant is 1. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm like, can I just have my answer be 1? Is that allowed? The answer to that is no.
Well, that
My answer to
sucks.
questions are not 1, and that's not allowed. Apparently. Sad, really. But yeah, sorry, I went completely off topic there. But
So
it's
so
interesting.
so the Milky Way is
Yeah.
what exactly?
It's a galaxy.
It's a galaxy. Okay, so that's our galaxy.
Yes. So that's the galaxy we live in. Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, we live in a galaxy. I love it.
Yeah, the solar system lives within a galaxy, which lives with over 400 billion other stars,
So,
all orbiting around one black hole.
are there more galaxies within the Milky Way? No, right?
No, there aren't in the Milky Way, but there are outside the Milky Way. So you
Okay.
have a galaxy called Andromeda, which was huge in observations. So there's a galaxy, I don't remember what it's called, that is like everything else, like I said, is expanding, so it's moving to like away from us.
Mm.
There's a galaxy that's moving towards us, and we don't really understand why. So galaxies can collide as well,
Mm-hmm.
which then forms a new galaxy.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so it's a weird, it's a phenomenon that doesn't happen extremely often. And it's really difficult to observe them because they happen over billions of years. So, things are moving very slowly towards each other, not in any way possible that we can
Can they also
observe
pass
a good
through each
way.
other?
I mean, usually you get them colliding. You might see photos of things that look like they're passing through, but that's because they are essentially behind one another. One of them's behind another. So, like, do you know a telescope called the James Webb?
No.
So it's a new telescope that they have sent into orbit
Oh,
around
the big
us
mirror.
with the huge mirror that
Yeah.
expanded.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that uses infrared radiation to
Mhm.
look further into our night sky, to essentially look into the past,
Mm. Oh,
to
wow.
see what stars are looking at. And so the first images that we ever got, so there's a really cool image of like the big like specks of light almost. And how you want to think about it is it's a grain of sand at the end of your fingertip as your arm is at arm's length. Like, so if you extended your arm fully out, it's a grain of sand, and that is the amount of space that we are looking at in that image, in the singular image. If I can find the image, I'll send
Whoa.
it. I think I'm trying to express how this first. You might hear my keyboard.
No, that's okay.
Image
That's so
of
cool.
James Webb. So James Webb is it's really insane. Like the technology that James Webb uses and that they have developed due to it is just insane. And it's going to be giving us some huge amounts of data that we can analyze. So I just sent you that image there.
Gosh.
So yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I never understood how an
Oh,
infinite thing could get better. So that's the grain of sand on the end of your
that's
finger at like arm's
beautiful.
length. Oh, it's absolutely stunning. It's so
Whoa.
cool. It looks so cool. Like some of the images from James Webb just are absolutely amazing.
I,
And we get so much interesting data from it. And it's like, wow. As an astrophysicist and astronomer, it's like the telescope that everyone's looking at and
so,
waiting for.
oh my gosh.
I
So
can send it
for
to you now, Nick.
so for those who cannot see it, I will pop it up on screen. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a
Oh
good idea.
gosh, that's too big.
I sent it to Nick. Oh my god, that was way too big.
Ah, okay, almost there. Okay, here we are. There we
Yeah,
go.
so this is the grain of sand at the end of your finger at arm's length. That is the amount of space that you are looking at right now.
Isn't it beautiful?
Absolutely insane.
I love
That we
it.
can look that far back.
You know,
Yeah, you probably have seen it before because it was like their first image that they published
I haven't
last
seen
year.
it before. It's beautiful.
The James Webb images. If you look up, maybe after this,
Mhm.
Any of the James Webb images that got released, they are absolutely stunning. Some of them are absolutely. There's some really cool. So they looked at the pillars of creation as well. There's a really cool image of. I think it's Jupiter. Is it Jupiter? Yeah, Jupiter. Really cool
Oh.
image of Jupiter, where it's looking at different like infrared stuff. But yeah, like the first images, I was at a conference. I was helping volunteer at this conference, and the first images they released, everyone like it was for like the public. The conference was for the public, so like none of the public really knew what was going on. But like I was sort of like sat there like, wow, like what the
Oh.
hell? So yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. Like, and we'll get more and more stuff over like years and stuff, like Hubble did, Hubble telescope. Yeah, the Jupiter one is really cool.
I'm not
So
dying. I'm not dying at all.
so like see if I'll get the Jupiter one that you can. Jupiter one is like what the because there's loads of interesting things about Jupiter, right? There we go. There's another image. That's the one they got of Jupiter.
What?
Yeah, it's like mind-boggling. Yeah,
This
I sent
is.
it as well. We're all sending these images.
Oh my gosh.
Um, it's not my favorite one. I'll send you my favorite, one of my favorite ones that they did. This was my wallpaper background until my Mac decided, hey, I don't want this as my wallpaper background. This one, there you go.
That's stupid.
That one, the most recent one I sent you. Yeah.
What?
So the colors are artificial. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. They're
That's
artificial
okay.
it's because obviously it's what we think it would look like. Obviously we don't really know, and most of the colors in this are like spectrums of light that the human eye can't actually comprehend. So we
Mm.
usually just like change the colors so that we can look at them and go, oh yeah, that might be what it looks like. So yeah, that final one there that I sent, that's
Mm.
my favorite because each dot is a star and each cloud here is a cluster of elements. And these stars may be in their early formation usually, so they're just forming new stars, which means they might be forming their own solar systems and their own planets.
Oh. 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 Oh no. Oh no. What is happening?
Hello,
Okay.
I oh my god, I don't know what happened. I got really scared for a second. Hello,
Hi. How's it going?
back,
Welcome
back. What
back.
happened? What
I don't
happened?
know. You were gone.
No, I'm sorry.
No,
I
that's
didn't mean.
okay.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
It's all good.
Oh my goodness.
Everything's fine, everybody. It's all good. I just accidentally, when trying to click on the photo, I accidentally clicked on the X, and I exited.
Oh my gosh.
Oopsie daisy. It's all
It's
good.
okay. It can happen.
Yeah.
But it's so beautiful still.
It's so like these images are so cool.
So,
These are so cool.
you might not know the answer to this one, but why are people
Yeah.
scared of space?
I guess it's just like the vast nothingness, I guess.
But
It
there's
also
so
makes
much
you
there.
there's so much to explore and understand, but it also makes you feel so small, I guess. A large amount of people, you know, I've gone through the motions of like my physics teacher just said literally said to us, you there's nothing unique about you. Just said this to the class, there's nothing unique about you.
Hmm.
You're made out of stars. That's all that you can that's all that this is all that,
That's
like, and it's like
amazing.
and I remember sitting there and being like, yeah, that is true. And I guess people find it very anxiety inducing, maybe like existential crisis inducing. But like, I think it means that we have such a wide universe to look at and explore. I think we should focus on our planet first before trying to go anywhere else.
Well, of course.
I think Earth is the astronomical anomaly in the solar system, and so far in the universe. You know, it's the only planet that we've ever seen that can host us as humans and like life. So, like, maybe we should, instead of going to Mars, focus on this
Let's go to
planet
Pluto.
first. Let's go. Oh my god! It takes a lot. It takes a few years to get to Pluto.
No, that's okay.
But yeah, I think Matt said it very very aptly in the chat. It's like we don't understand. We understand a lot more about space than we do like our oceans, but space is very much like. So it's so big. It's hard to comprehend how big, and a lot of people don't like the unknown. They don't like things they don't understand.
So everything
people
that
get
I love
scared.
about space is what makes people scared
There's
about
reason.
space.
Yes.
So it's
Sadly.
the opposite for people. Oh.
Sometimes. I mean,
I've never thought of it like that before.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way I can think of why people might be scared, because they don't understand how things would happen. Like, tell me, why do you? I had to do an interview for my university. Why do you think the people on the International Space Station float?
Because there isn't that much gravity.
That was my initial thought. So that was my initial thought, was like, well, further away from Earth you won't have as much gravity. Makes sense, right? We would both be wrong, sadly. But it is a good hypothesis, and it's a good thing to explore. You start to realize things like gravity affects everything. Like, the Earth's motion is affected by the gravity of Jupiter, even though Jupiter is not very close, because Jupiter's so big. That's just the reason why.
Wait, so we're getting pulled from all sides if we're in space.
So you also have your own gravitational pull, but it's not very strong. It's just not strong at all. So like you have a great.
No wonder I want to hug everyone.
Exactly. Earth's gravitational pull isn't very big. Sure, it keeps us on the ground, but it's really easily overcome by like magnetic force.
Also, yeah.
And so, like, you can pick up a paperclip with a magnet. It's obviously not that strong. So, but the reason why in the International Space Station they float is because they're continuously falling. But they never hit the ground because the International Space Station is continuously orbiting Earth. So it feels as if they have no gravity.
That's so cool.
It's mind-boggling. And when I got told that, I was like, wow, what? Like, oh my god! Like, it just was like, as my lecturer was like, yeah, it's not because there's no gravity, there is, and the gravitational pull is like almost not that much different to on Earth. It's just because the orbit that the International Space Station is on, International Space Station is on, causes them to be continuously falling.
Okay.
But it doesn't feel like falling because they're not moving through anything. If you understand what I mean. It's weird. Gosh. It's cool though.
Okay. I have 3 more things. One is a story about myself and a space thing. One is a question, and the other one is also a question.
Okay.
So, first off, does this mean that Earth because it
Mm.
keeps rotating around the sun, is also just constantly falling?
I guess it's sort of. It's a little bit more complicated than that. The orbit of Earth is like determined by both the sun. The sun is the main factor.
Mhm.
It's the largest mass thing in our solar system, but it's also done by every other thing in the solar system. So its orbit is determined by the other gravitational things.
Mm.
It's not really falling because in space there is no direction. There's no up, down, left or right really. You have to define that yourself, which is a lot weirder to think about. It's like actually if you were just popped into the middle of space, what is down
What is up?
and what is up? Because there is no really
I mean, my feet are
none of that
down.
sort of thing. Yeah. So like we experience that down is like to the ground.
Hmm.
But if you're in the middle of space, where is down?
Where my feet are.
Like where your feet are. But if someone else might not define that in the same way.
True.
So like, it's falling is a weird one.
Guess so.
But yes. It's a gravitational motion, I guess, caused by gravity of every planet and every star and all those sort of
Oh my
things.
god. Okay, so I have a story and then I have the final question because my goodness, this is the
Okay.
longest interview I've done.
Welcome with space talk. It always
Heck
gets
yeah!
people talking.
Of course.
Hell yeah. I'm
Okay.
always happy to come back and talk about more space
Heck
if
yeah,
anyone wants
you're
anything.
coming back for season 2. You better believe
Yay!
it.
Yes.
Okay, so the story. It's
Okay.
a really stupid story. It's about my English exam.
Oh,
So we were doing a writing exam, and
yeah.
you had to write a letter to your quote unquote colleagues because you were an intern at a company
Oh.
and you had to
Oh
introduce
no.
yourself.
Yeah.
So you got to decide where you are interning and
Oh wow.
what you were doing.
Yeah.
So I have a pretty big imagination, and it's also really stupid because of this I might fail. So I am an intern at an international space station on Pluto.
That's amazing.
as the assistant of a captain of a spaceship. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And it gets better. Yeah, I mean worse.
Mm.
I have also been chosen to help with the build-up of the first ever hotel on Mars. And that was my letter.
Wow.
That's my letter.
Did you ever get a grade back on that?
Yeah, it was last week.
Oh, it was last week.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you need to update me because that's amazing. I love that.
I'm
That's
gonna
so-
ask my
so
teacher
good.
about it because my goodness, I'm really scared that I'm gonna fail because of my brain.
No, that's so good. That is so good. Like if they do fail you, oh my god, that's such like my brain couldn't think of things like that. That's so cool. That's actually so cool. Because I'd be like in an office building.
I mean, it's kind of an office, but in space.
In space. It's space. That's the best thing. Like,
Duh.
oh my god.
I hope the people who
My lecturers would find that amazing. They'd find that really interesting. I've got a single lecturer that would be like, what?
I mean,
She'd
tell
be
them
like,
the
that's
story.
cool. Might do. They're always asking. I'm in my space and aurora classes. It's really like it's a smallish class. So classes usually have like over 100 students in them. Usually, so this has like about maybe 40 at most, maybe. So like, and because my eyesight's really bad, I sit at the front. So I always get like lecturers always are like, "How are you, Hannah?" And I'm like, "Hi, I'm good."
Well, now you have a story to tell.
I do have a story to tell. She'll love that.
Oh gosh. But yeah, I hope whoever is grading this isn't scared of space.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers
They don't have
crossed.
an existential. You don't give them an existential crisis
Oh
because
gosh,
you're
I hope
gonna. You
not.
won't. You won't. It's fine.
Okay.
You're creating hospitality on different planets. It's great.
True, exactly. Isn't that great?
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Okay,
You had questions. Some
the
more
most
questions.
important question of the night
Okay.
is I saved the best for last.
Cool.
So, what is your favorite ice cream topping?
Ice cream.
Ice
Oh
cream.
my god. You asked me this is like just like the topping, not like a flavor.
You can go for both.
Oh, okay. Um, I guess I like chocolate chips. Classic, great.
Hmm,
Like can't go wrong with chocolate chips. I think
well,
it's my favorite ice. No, my favorite ice cream flavor. Oh,
we could do it.
I like caramel. I like caramel.
Oh,
We had caramel ice cream recently, and I was like, yeah, you know what?
I've
This is
never
pretty
had
good.
caramel ice cream before.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh, I should have
I
talked to
get
you way earlier.
it. I mean, what did other people say? Chocolate chip? Like, mint ice cream. Mint chocolate
To
chip.
be honest, I've also never had a chocolate chip kind of ice cream before.
Mm. Maybe it's because I eat Ben& Jerry's and that's the only time I
Oh,
ever eat ice cream.
I mean,
It's because, like, I treat myself every so often. I buy me and Matt a tub of ice cream and we share it as we watch things on YouTube.
You need to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender together with ice
Mhm.
cream.
Mhm.
My gosh.
I know. I know.
That would be the best. You guys need to do that. If
You
he's
hear that,
still in the
Matt?
chat, you hear
He
it?
will be. He should be around. I'll get a message in a minute.
I mean, it's the best idea ever. Oh my gosh. But thank you so much for doing this.
No
You are
worries. My
back for
pleasure.
season 2 for sure.
Woo,
I don't know
woo,
when
woo.
it will happen, but you're back.
Whenever you want me back, I am back.
Okay,
I am
you're
more than
coming back
happy.
tomorrow. More space
I have
talk,
a
please.
oh my lord! I have a 7-hour lab tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Oh my gosh, good luck.
Thank you.
And once again, if I can do anything, let me know.
Honestly, being interviewed by you and like gaining a new friend, that we have so much in common.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I'm more than happy.
Oh,
You've been
thank
great.
goodness. And everything went well too, so.
Yeah, everything went great.
So everyone, shameless plug. She did a shameless plug. Hang on. I need to get the Instagram back.
Spam it. Don't
No, I
spam it.
can't spam it. I'll be blocked from my own chat. It actually happened once.
Do you actually? What?
I
It
got
doesn't make
banned
any
from my own
sense.
chat from my bot by my bot, and it's like,
Eh?
yeah, I know.
The hell?
It was
I
pretty early
own
on.
you.
Exactly.
What?
So yeah,
No.
check
Cool.
it out. Check this Instagram out.
Check
If you
it.
don't
Check it
have
out because
Instagram, make an
uh.
Instagram. Check it out. If you don't,
if
I'll
I'm
come back and hunt you when I'm a ghost.
I'm the only female on the exec, so if you scroll down to all the exec members, I should be tagged in the only female exec member that is there. So,
She's an easy find. She's the one that looks like space and a cute little frog.
That is me.
So thank you so much. Thanks so much for
No
everyone who
worries.
stopped by and has been listening for almost 2 hours.
Oh my god.
This is my longest interview yet.
Wow.
We got a new record, guys.
I'm a trendsetter. Heyo.
But I am going to end stream now, so.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Any last words?
Stay hydrated and eat well. Bye.
Good last words.
Good,
Bye.
thank you.